I just wanted to hop on quick and yeah, break down. I was gonna make a case study right now, but I was like, hey, why don't we just do a little webinar together and make and go through the trades I took yesterday, the NOS short yesterday, and the US 30 long today. Um, but yeah, let's do the NOS trade first. So what I saw yesterday. Okay, where are we? All right, so I saw on the higher time frames, we've grabbed liquidity from the left-hand side. Okay. You can see that we struggled in this price action a lot, ranged a lot. And I mean, if you can only imagine how many people are trying to look for sells in these areas, right? Look at this. However you want to look, support and resistance, and then you can look at it in the shape of previous support turned into resistance. So, oh, I can't see my screen. That's that's a good one for me. 1 second, guys. Sorry. Um, am I all good to go now? Can you see now? I nailed that one. Thanks for letting me know. Perfect. Hiding all the sauce. Yeah. Damn it. I don't want you guys to know, right? Okay. Let me get the chat open over here. Perfect. Okay. Cool. So, grabbed higher time frame lows in the left-hand side, and then struggled a lot in this price action. Again, like I was just saying, talking about, you can see all this whole area. Lots of sellers looking to get in here, right? Here's like a break and retest, previous support over here. So, however you want to look at it, you can also look at it in the form of we had a break here. So lots of retail shorting in these imbalanced areas. So multiple different ways to look at it. All we know is since we've taken out lows from the left-hand side, we can anticipate price to move bullish. What's exactly what happens? Um, Perfect. So this was on, I believe, yeah, end of the day on Friday. Okay, so Friday, New York, we left this high. Friday's high here, and then if I go to Friday's low, actually, we can just do this to mark it off. Okay, so end of the week last week, we left this low. 1 second. Right here. Perfect. Okay, so end of the week last week, we left this high in New York. Okay, tapping into this area in the left-hand side. Now, if you wanted to look for shorts here, this is going to be known as like an engineered liquidity move, right? Because since we're anticipating price to move bullish, right? We've left this liquidity at the highs as well. If we do sell from here to attack some internal liquidity, it'll just be a engineered liquidity move. Okay. So I've talked about this in the past. If I'm looking for moves like this to occur, I don't like to hunt the extreme. Okay. This is not something I'm interested in doing. I will, however, take a short in areas like this. Once we've had like the move to the downside, and I can see now we're starting to respect internal liquidity from the left-hand side. I don't mind taking these ones. Okay. So these ones are okay. I like the pullback ones. However, trading from the extreme is something I don't like to do. But this is only for pullbacks on the higher time frame. Okay. So uh from here to however low we want to go, this is going to be considered like that engineered liquidity move. Okay. So that pullback. And like I said, I don't mind taking these ones. However, I don't like taking these ones too much. Okay. Because then you're just trying to predict the top on a counter bias move, and that can be a recipe for disaster. All right. So does everybody understand why I like to take these ones opposed to these ones before I move on? It's a powerful um it's powerful because again, hunting that top, you'll never know when that top can be can print. So you consecutively looking for highs to get taken, and then you're trying to short here. It can just keep going higher and higher and higher, and then finally it'll do that engineered liquidity move, that pullback move. All right. So understand that. Sorry, I just got accept all these guys into the waiting room. Okay, there we go. Um, Hop into the lower time frame. So we have taken out Friday's high. Okay. Friday's low here. So what I was looking for was, since we've taken out Friday's high being here, I was simply looking for price to run into Friday's low. An added confluence. Hey Creed, how's it going, brother? Would be we've left liquidity here. Okay. Another one would be this low on Monday in London respected this area from the left-hand side. So if I just mark on these lows, just like this, perfect. It can be another area to target. Since again we've respected it, this area over here, and moved away. It's telling me now we've left even more liquidity to the low. So this would definitely be a target or if an area to partial at. Okay. Hop into the 5 minute. Perfect. So this is what I'd like to see. We even go into the one, okay? Because this price action right here is all very squeezed up. So when that occurs, like I always tell you guys, I don't mind hopping into the time frame below, and in this case will be the M1. Okay. So this, I believe, was this stock open? Yeah, stock open respects these highs to the left-hand side. We want to see these things occur. Okay. This, since we've respected this area to the left, moved away. Okay. What does that tell me? We've got liquidity up here. Perfect. Look what also happens. We've taken out lows here. We've taken out lows here, over here. And then finally, I think the last internal point is like over here. Why is this important? Because when we approach back to the highs, these areas are going to be an area where sellers want to be taking entries from. Okay. So also look at this buildup we've had on the way up to the highs. Finally, we take out the highs on the left-hand side. Now, what we want to see is simply a liquidity block built, and then engineer liquidity, and then we look for entries after the liquidity is taken into the liquidity block. So, for an example, boom, liquidity block given here. Okay, but what don't we have after that? Look, we just went to the downside and went back to the extreme, and then sold off. It's not an entry I'll be taking. I want to see if we were to get a situation like this when we create this liquidity block here. I'd want to see in this price action some sort of liquidity left, some sort of internal left. Okay, but we don't. We have nothing here. So I don't like to take entries just like this. It's not what I like to do. So again, all we have to do is wait for a liquidity block to build, and look what we get here. Keep going off, following with the price action. We sell off, take out previous low. We go back to the extreme. Okay, then sell off again. Respect the lows. Okay, go bullish to take out this high here. After we take out the high, what does that mean? We've left a liquidity block. And just like I was talking about over here, look what we've done. Since we have taken out, where is it? Since we have taken out this high here, this is an area that retail want to be buying from for continuations. Look how it gives them false reaction. Bumps our head back into this high here, moves away, tells me what? There's liquidity right here. So I mark out this high, drag it to the right, and I got a liquidity block above to support my entry. Short opportunity right here. Stop goes above my liquidity block. Okay, nice and simple. And we have that target we were talking about from the higher time frame perspective right here. Just like that. And again, the confluence of daily high taken, Friday high taken. Here's Friday low. You could have held a little partial to Friday low, just like that. And boom. Amazing opportunity. Again, I mentioned in this Discord, it's not an hour I'm usually looking at the charts at. But I was very, when I saw us respect this low to the left-hand side, engineer liquidity down here. Okay, I'll mark this out. I was keen on seeing price below here now. Okay. And then again, we take out this internal over here, and I'm waiting for that entry to build in this area here. Okay. Any questions about this price action, about this trade? Again, since we're in the lower time frames, this is not an area I will be usually looking for an entry from. But however, I'll look for entries in this area. Comprende? Does it make sense? Yes? Perfect. Awesome. So yeah, that was price action yesterday on NOS. If I skip, we'll look at ends up what ends up happening. Remember, we were bullish, right? So don't get too glued to that sell. Look what ends up happening here. We get so we take out this high to induce buyers. They get trapped here. Okay. It would have been hard to pinpoint where to take entries from the bottom at because of this price action here is just not too pretty, but it ends up coming for this liquidity block right here. So a confluence would be, look how this area, if I look to the left-hand side, it's respected all these lows, right? And again, we have that liquidity block right here. You can see after we print this low, if I dive a little bit lower here, yeah, after we print this low, you can see we get a little bit of structure for retail, right? Break a structure to the downside and then break to the upside, inducing buyers. So this will be a trap. It traps them, runs into that liquidity block, and that's that extreme low printed right there. You always make it look so easy. It's I know it's not an easy thing, but I'm showing you after years and years and so much time on the charts, these things, it's just super repeatable over and over and over. It's just a matter of being able to see it live and also staying patient, right? But yeah, extreme printed here. However, no entries given in this price action. Also, shitty time of the day, I believe. Oh no, this is London, but still, London trading and index wouldn't be too good. And then we end up going long all the way back to the upside. So let's see where this thing could be heading for on the higher time frames now. Weekly. You can see last week we ran previous weekly low. So maybe we can visit previous weekly high. Oops. Yeah, we can visit previous weekly high. Go to the daily. Same thing just happened again. You can see that we've ran previous daily low and then ran for previous daily high. Okay, so another confluence. And then go to the 4 hour. What can I see? BOS to the downside. Price respects this area to the left-hand side. Moves away. Right? Big sell-off. So this is definitely going to be my next area to target. Now, however price prints the price action, but maybe something like this can occur, right? Maybe we go higher, respects the high to the left, comes lower, respects this low, goes long. Then maybe we get a false sell-off, right? What can you look for here? Buys. And where are we going to target? Well, this high here respected the high to the left-hand side. Okay, so we can expect price to go long, but this also is a liquidity block. So it could definitely give false reactions and then continue. Okay, now am I saying this is going to happen? No, but if you want to look for some sort of buy setup, this is what you'd want to look for. Okay, something like this to occur. But yeah, that's it for NOS. Great short opportunity yesterday. Now we'll hop into US 30 today, and it's still flying now. Wow. Super clean as well, to be honest with you guys. We'll start off. We'll look at the weekly, just because it is Tuesday, so it's only the second day of the week. We can take a look at what last week did. Same kind of concept of what like NOS. Last week we smoked the previous weekly low. Okay, failed to continue all the way bullish, but could see this weekly high targeted next. Go to the daily. Very squeezed up, so we'll hop to the 4 hour here. Perfect. So we sold off from the highs. From here, sell off to the downside, taking out this low. Okay. And then immediately went bullish back to the upside to attack internal liquidity. Boom, right here. Right, so we can mark that out. Why is this important? Well, since we have taken out this liquidity at the highs, I see liquidity left at the lows. Also, taking out these highs induces buyers, right? So we'd want to see ideally price below this low. And if we look to the left-hand side, what did this low respect? Well, we respected this low here. So I marked that on. And there's that extreme printed, okay? Run that last level of liquidity, tap into this imbalance, okay? And that happened when? That was market close yesterday, so whatever. Okay. Now, how can we involve ourselves in this trade? Well, we've ran out of liquidity here. All right. Now, again, all we want to see is a buildup occur. Okay. Some sort of trap move, creating a liquidity block for us, and the same thing over and over and over. Okay. So what happens? Stock open. For those of you who are new to indexes as well, um, please avoid trying taking trades before stock open, which is 9:30 Eastern. Treat it as I'd like to say a news event. So, for example, for EU, GU, whatever else you trade, if there's news at 8:30 in the morning, typically you're not going to be taking entries before that, right? You want to see what news does. So same thing here, but with 9:30 stock open, we want to look for trades after. Okay. So what happens here? Marking out some liquidity points I see. We've had a BOS here. Price moves back down to the extreme, respects this low, moves away, telling me we got liquidity here. Okay. Now we're trading above these highs. Stock open, inducement higher. Okay, inducing buyers. Big move higher. Then we get that big false sell-off right at stock open. Where does it go for? It traps anybody looking for buys below here, or sorry, above here. Also, that liquidity we left in London on purpose. Look at that. Stab right below. So after that liquidity is taken out, now what do I want to see? Price higher. But anticipate and expect false reactions at the high. Okay, same thing over and over and over. Go to the M1. My entry was right here. Okay, so we've taken out that liquidity from the left-hand side. These lows from London. Perfect. We've gone bullish, taking out internal. Okay, but now I need to see a buildup, right? If price just took out this and sold off without printing this low, I would not be taking a buy. But the thing I wanted to see, which did occur, was look how price respected this low here. Okay, moved away. Perfect. That's what I want to see. Took out internal to induce buyers. So this is trap. Okay. Not only that, look at this buildup we had on the way down to the low. And as soon as that low spiked, perfect. That's a buy opportunity. Take the buy. Stop tucked below the liquidity block. Okay. Remember that liquidity block is important. This is essentially what supports our entry. We wait for that liquidity to get taken here. There's our buy. Boom. Where are we targeting? Perfect partial point right here. Okay. Now, however, I did take one more entry. It was after we got the false sell-off. I noticed nearing the end of New York. Well, sorry, the end of the AM session at least, the morning session. Look at this buildup we were having. So I was thinking, hey, one of two things can happen. From here, we can have a big spring to the upside, big move, and then another false one back to swipe this, or we can just get a false move down, which we did. Since we got this false move down, we've left this high intact. I thought there's a pullback entry definitely on the table. So I just waited for all the lows to go here. Just like this. And I saw a little cheeky M1 liquidity block down here. Okay. To be honest with you, I could have taken the entry with my stop tucked below this. If I wanted a more refined stop, it would have worked. I'm not too bothered to get that perfect stop loss like that. So I just opened it up below this whole liquidity block down here. Okay. And to be honest with you, it wasn't even a 1 to 3 back to the highs, but nonetheless, it was really clean. Directionally, it was super obvious for me, so I didn't mind taking such a smaller RR here, right? This isn't too typical, but again, the direction was clean. So as soon as the high was taken out here, boom, I'm taking my partials right here. Okay, and again, this one, since it's a pullback entry, I do believe this might get taken out. So I'm closing this full right here. This entry, I've only closed 50%. So I'm actually leaving a decent volume on this to run, which I'll show you now, all the way back to the highs. Okay, I do believe we will end up running for this guy up here. And if you look on the daily, I believe, yeah, check this out. So today we took out previous daily low. Boom. Now we can anticipate and expect maybe price to come to previous daily high as an added confluence, right? But as you can tell, it's also a liquidity block. So If we go to the lower time frames, maybe we get false reactions above this high. Okay, what do I mean by that? Maybe we come up here, get a sell-off, prints a low, comes higher, takes out this inducement high. This is a higher time frame liquidity block. Maybe we get some sort of engineered liquidity short. So how can we involve ourselves in maybe a short here? If you wanted to, I wouldn't be hunting the extreme like we just talked about in the NOS example. What you could do is maybe we come down here, okay, go higher, and then have some sort of liquidity built up. Run that, creating a liquidity block for us, okay? And then we get this is all liquidity. Price reacts off this again. What have we left here? We've left internal. So maybe price comes up. Here's a short into the low. And then maybe it goes long here. Okay. Again, just an example of what could happen. But you see the importance of just staying patient. This is an entry I'll take. I won't take anything up here. Make sense, guys? Yeah, Preet, I'll go over gold in a minute. But just by reading your message, careful trading US pairs at that time. Um, Unless you're taking some sort of higher time frame entry, I do definitely, like I've said in the past, try not to trade anywhere after London close if you're trading US cross pairs. Okay, gold, EU, GU, AU, all those pairs. Any questions on my long talking about this diagram here? All good? Sorry, bro. How do I pronounce your name? Gurav. I know we spoke quite a bit. I always forget how to pronounce your name. Gurav. Perfect. Nice one. You took the same trades. Did you take the pullback as well, or just the extreme I took at the bottom? Yes, the pullback clean. Yes.
The extreme, I had taken it, but after two, three, 1 minute, bullish candles, so it wasn't the greatest RR, because
Oh, I
I
see.
was,
No worries.
I was not confident with the small SL.
No worries. Yeah,
So
no, that's fine. This one here, honestly, these are my favorite as well. After we get
yeah,
engineered liquidity at the highs, right, and then we hunt that internal, that
yeah,
build up. This is a perfect trade here.
I had
Unfortunately,
taken it
good,
at the
but
M15 block, like it was a nice M15 block, liquidity block.
let's
So I
check
had
that out.
just taken it. Yeah,
Yeah, just like this. Perfect.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, right there. Yeah,
clean, clean, clean. And since this high here, I respected this high to the left-hand side. This could definitely be an area to
yeah.
that
That's
is
my TP. I haven't.
perfect.
I have just partialed one position, and then the full TP is there.
Good for you, brother. That's good. That's good. Good
Thank
stuff.
you.
Very, very clean. Yeah, no, unfortunately, guys, like I was talking about at the beginning of the webinar, US cross pairs are just Monday, Tuesday, this week at least, not too much opportunity. We'll go over gold right now, Preet. Talk about let's see. So I mentioned to somebody in the Discord that I wanted to see price below this daily low. Okay. Just from this daily perspective, you can see that we've tapped into this daily area a bunch of times, right? This day, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 days we've been trading this whole area here, right? So I wanted to see definitely price below it. As for what happens now, let's see, you said 1 p.m. Let's check it out. No, I wouldn't be taking anything. Same thing. I just want to see a buildup occur. Okay. And then trap move and move in the right direction. So honestly, the most common one I always see is just wait for a buildup. Okay. Structurally, we have a buildup. Wait for that trap move to happen. Look for your entries. Okay. And target higher. Same thing over and over and over. Right now, I just need PA to build me some sort of setup. That's it. Okay. But however, definitely could see price go long. I like how we had this bullish trap occur before we sold off as well. Look how we induced buyers here, trap them all down here. Perfect. Okay. Trapping all the buyers. grabbing all the liquidity from the left-hand side. It's very nice. Um, but yeah, just need more PA. I'm not too bothered to be looking for entries at 11:30. So it's already London close. Big move just happened. Definitely want to be waiting for the next day at least. Yeah, no worries, Pre. It's better just to wait for something clean. Like look at the examples I just showed on US 30 and NOS, right? The power of staying patient and waiting for that setup to come to you, right? So no need to rush it. A clean entry will definitely come along. Well, I don't want to say definitely. We know the market. Sometimes it doesn't, but you get what I mean. Um, Gold. Let's go check on. Yeah, I've been posting euro in the forecast. Definitely anticipate this thing to go long. Okay. Um, Multiple areas to be looking for. We have internal liquidity here that can be used as a target for sure. Um, yes, and we've respected this low to the left-hand side. I honestly still want to see the buyers trapped here, guys. So could induce higher once more. Maybe tap this higher time frame area here, like this, and then sell off, trap the buyers, and then we can start seeing a move to the upside. Okay. But like we just need price action. As simple as that. It is what it is. This PA has been 48 hours of consolidation so far. So is that oh, so 1 second. You won't take entries on cross US pairs past London close only for the week or anytime. No, anytime. Like I said, unless it's a higher time frame entry, it's fine. But if it's not a higher time frame entry, I won't be actively trading after London close for FX pairs. Okay. Is that considered an engineered liquidity long? Are you talking about Naeem? Are you talking about longs in here? It could be. It could be for sure. I just see this as we've had a BOS here, and it's just simply just respected. Like, just think about the amount of buyers looking to get in this thing right now. Yeah, yeah. Honestly, I just stay patient right now. This price action is literally just higher time frame extreme anyways. So predicting again, just trying to predict that bottom is just gonna have you it's just gonna bite you, right? Rather than just waiting, staying patient, letting more price action build, it'll make things a lot easier. But if I had to pinpoint, put my finger on it, I do believe maybe we induce higher once more, and then we'll get a sell off to sweep these lows. Oh my God, is FOMC tomorrow? It's not really the FOMC we're talking about. It's not the normal one. The one that, yeah, this is just, honestly, I don't even worry about this one. Thursday, CPI on Thursday. Damn. Wow. Okay, so eyes on that. I should have looked at this early, to be honest with you. I didn't check Thursday and Friday yet, but yeah, Thursday CPI and Friday PPI. So lots of news to end the week for sure. But man, I keep telling you guys, I believe we got a nice swing on Euro coming. Okay, so keep an eye on this. We opened up the month by sweeping September's low. Okay, go to the weekly. Look at that big weekly candle to the downside, trapping anybody looking to buy in these areas. They got smoked. Okay, perfect. You can see inducement to the upside, inducing buyers, and trapping the buyers here. So, Mateo, take it easy, brother. We'll talk. But yeah, I do believe we got a juicy swing coming on Euro sometime soon. But it's just a matter of time. We'll wait and see. Right now, we're trading at the extreme on the higher time frame. So, like I said, there's no reason to be hunting that bottom. Um, but yeah, we'll see. Okay, guys. That is it for me. Just wanted to break down those trades from yesterday and today with you guys. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. David, no worries, brother. I'll see you guys back in the Discord tomorrow, and then the IE members, I will see you guys in another webinar on Friday. Okay. But yeah, I'll see you guys Friday, and the rest of you, I'll see you in the Discord tomorrow. Perfect. Thank you, of course, boys. We'll talk soon. Take it easy, Pre. Talk to you guys tomorrow. All right. Take it easy.